Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna speak on how we have been bamboozled. We've been tricked into thinking that job titles, houses, and college degrees is the end all be all. Like that's what you are pursuing in life. That's what you're pursuing in life. You're trained to pursue and worship these things. Your job title. That's why they give these job titles to people so they can train you and other people psychologically to worship these titles, even if it has very little power or meaning. You got a job title, you're a bank teller, but you almost making minimum wage as a bank teller. You're making $12 out, $15 an hour as a bank teller. That's nothing. So, and then they got us conditioned to worship houses. Like it's idiotic. And then they got you trained and conditioned to worship these degrees. It's idiotic. So so your whole life revolves around your job, your house, and your degree. Your whole life is consumed by these things, when your whole life should be consumed with community and family. That's what your whole life should be consumed with. Community and family. Not worshiping a house and putting all this furniture and energy and cleaning and maintaining a house. Like I'm here in Arizona, right? And there are a lot of Native Americans here in Arizona, and these people live outside. I don't know how they do it, because it's hot in the summertime and it's freezing in the wintertime. Not all of Arizona, guys. So just certain parts of Arizona, but Arizona is the desert. And we look down on people that live outside. But you have to remember something. That's where a lot of people come from. Like living outside was a normal, natural way of life, as long as you had shelter. So your Aboriginal people, your native people of whatever land it is, whether it's Canada, United States, whether it's Australia, your Aboriginal people, your original people, that's what the word means, original people, they lived outside. They lived in tents, they lived in huts, they lived in, whatever. They lived outside. So it's not weird for them to live outside. It just looks strange to us because we've been conditioned and trained to live indoors. But living indoors is toxic to your mental state. Living indoors is toxic to your health. Living indoors is toxic to your health. Trust me. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. Sometimes I sleep in my car. Sometimes I sleep in a hotel. Almost every time I sleep in a hotel room, I get worse sleep. Because there are off-gassing going on in these buildings. In the sheets, there's the detergents, cleaning, sprays, aerosols, all these chemicals that's in the air. It affects your health. Whenever I sleep indoors, my nose gets stopped up, my nose runny, my eyes are puffy, I don't sleep as good, because of these chemicals and these off-gassing coming from the carpet, from the paint that's on the wall, from whatever filters that's in the air conditioner, whatever. But when I sleep outside, I don't have any health issues. My nose gets stopped up when I'm sleeping inside. My eyes are puffy sometimes when I wake up in the morning. My eyes are puffy. I don't sleep as good. The only way I can sleep good in the hotel room is when I'm totally exhausted. Like the other day, I was totally exhausted. I was up for 18 hours. So I got to be like, passed out in order to sleep good. So anyway, my point is that we have to recalibrate our ethics and morality as human beings. And we got to realize that being in these four walls of an apartment, of an office building, of a house, is not good for your mental, your psychological, or your physical health. It damages you. You see? And you cooped inside these buildings all day. That's why you get sick. And you have health issues. The health issues come directly from the buildings. These buildings are toxic. They're toxic. And your body build up its immunity to deal with the toxicity of these buildings. So of course, if everybody's living in the buildings and these buildings are toxic, of course the people are going to be toxic at work, in society, school shootings, road rage, anger management problems, social issues, social unrest. If you got outside in nature more and you try to live more outside than indoors, you will feel a lot better. If you're walking, you're running, you're jogging, you're outside, you'll be more relaxed, more at ease. If I sleep outside, my sunroof open, it's a little chilly. My body adjusts to it. My body adjusts to the cold weather. It's not that comfortable. But it is what it is. So let me finish here. So to be honest with you, so the ultimate flex is freedom, guys. You want freedom. The new status symbols of success are time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, and optimum health. Freedom from diseases. That is the ultimate flex. It is freedom. It is not all these items and things and stuff that we surround ourselves with to artificially and temporarily create happiness. It is not those things. The freedom to roam and move about, that's the ultimate flex. Not being bogged down with all this stuff. It's a burden. The taxes, the maintenance, the insurance, the neighbors, the violence. We get used to these things and we just chalk it up as a part of city life. The crime, the stress. When you go to the gas station, you have to be concerned about whether somebody's going to rob you, whether somebody's going to carjack you. You have to be concerned about these things. See? So the city life, living in houses, and all these things, it's stressful. It is stressful. And you got to you want to maintain your status in life. You're trying to maintain this image, this status in life. all that stuff is stressful. Your body don't want that type of stress. The negative stress that impacts your health and it impacts your mental state, because you have to, you're trying to maintain this image, this job title, these degrees, this house, your life, your marriage, your family. You're trying to maintain all these images for society so you can feel validated. You need society to validate you. You know who validates me? The trees, the sun, the moon, the stars, the fresh air, the mountains, the oceans, the lakes, the sand, the dirt, the rocks, the canyons, the caves. That's what validates me. The buildings, the concrete, the steel, the toxic food, the pizza, the donuts, the milk, the pork, the beef, all that stuff don't validate me. Do you need some of those things to survive? Yes, but it shouldn't validate you. Your job shouldn't validate you. Your degree shouldn't validate you. Your house, your car shouldn't validate you. Your watch, your jewelry shouldn't validate you. Your sunglasses, your Birkin bag shouldn't validate you. Your Louis Vuitton, your Fendi, your Ferragamo, that shouldn't validate you. Your AP watch shouldn't validate you. That should not validate you. See, the animals, they don't need validation. The eagles, the wolf, the bear, the coyote. Yes, they have their structure within their packs, within their pride, within their group. They have their structure. And yes, the strongest will survive. But they are validated by natural elements of nature, of life. Humans are validated by artificial creations. We are artificially validated. You want to be organically validated. Let the grapes validate you. Let the strawberries validate you. See? So you got to change your perspective in life. You want to be free, right? We fought tooth and nail, protested for freedom. Women fought for freedom. Men fought for freedom. The Revolutionary War is about freedom. The Civil War is about freedom. We fought for freedom. We fought to be free. We didn't fight for houses and cars and all this jewelry and all this nonsense. Yes, those things are nice to have. I appreciate the creativity and the ingenuity and the vision that artists put into their work. Yes, but I'm not going to worship it. I'm not going to spend all my time in life, trying to acquire all this stuff. You should want to travel. You should want to be free. You should want your time. Your time is your most valuable asset. You should not want to be burdened in debt. Who thinks that is a flex to be in debt to the banks to the tune of 300, 400, 500, 700, 800, 900, $1 million of debt to the banks, to insurance companies? That is not a flex. Having a $700,000 30 or 40-year mortgage to the banks is not a flex. That is not freedom. The borrower is a slave to the lender. Okay? Is shelter important? Yes. Yes, it is. But not to the point where you are literally working for your house. Your house has become your master. And since your house is owned by the bank, it's not owned by you. It's owned by the bank until you pay it off. But your job don't have no commitment to your home ownership. So there's no contractual agreement to keep you employed to pay for your house. Your contract is with the bank. And you more than likely don't have a contract with your job. So if you go into a $500,000 contract with the bank based on a $100,000 a year job that's not non-contractual, that is just as big of a gamble and is just as risky and volatile as any stock play. You say, oh, the stock market is risky. So is buying an $800,000 house with a job that's non-contractual. Now, if you got a contract to work at this company for 5 years, yeah, go and get your house. But if that's not the case, you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk. So you maintaining your job in your house is based off one thing: maintaining your health. If your health fails, you may lose it all. So your health, your psychological, your mental, your physical health is your number one priority in your entire life, above everything. You can't maintain your job, you can't keep your house, and you can't take care of your children, your family, if you let your health decline. And if you let a stressful job drive you to drinking and smoking and being in poor mental health, you can lose it all. So it's better to get a small, humble abode. Something small and humble. Get you a nice job. Well, if you lose that job, your burden of repayment is not massive. You don't have this massive debt stressing you out. Because a massive debt will cause you to do things that are illegal sometimes and unethical. You know, you got a massive debt, so you might lie, cheat, steal, you might do anything. So anyway, guys, the purpose of this video is to show you that the ultimate flex is freedom. The new status symbols of success are time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, and disease freedom. You want to be free of diseases. Dis-ease, not just cancer, all forms of stress, pain, and suffering. Can you live this life without pain and suffering? Probably not. But as long as that you are aware of how it impacts you, you can do the best that you can to free yourself from pain and suffering by not smoking cigarettes, not having raw, unprotected sex like some undisciplined, loose psychopath with no self-control. It's all the same, guys. Having raw, unprotected sex with strangers is the same type of lunacy and stupidity that a meth head have. Somebody on fentanyl, somebody on crack. You're the same. You're no different. You're spreading diseases. You're killing yourself. You got all type of STDs. Having a physical STD and a psychological STD, it's not really that much different because you're crazy. You're losing your freaking mind. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video, guys. I just want to drop that on you. Like, you need to recalibrate your moral compass. You need to recalibrate it and point it north. No, you need to recalibrate it and point it inwards. Because right now, all of your calibrations are outward. Recalibrate your moral compass, your spiritual compass, inwards towards yourself, your health. Okay, guys, until next time, guys, remember, keep your life clean, keep your car clean, keep your body clean, keep your mind clean, keep your diet clean, guys. Drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxins and chemicals and the poison that's in the food supply. Guys, you are being poisoned. You're being micro-poisoned every day. And since you're operating your lower self, you're also poisoning your children and your pets. Get out of these toxic houses, these apartments, these boxes. They got you locked in. I know there's not much you can do now. You've been conditioned and poisoned to think that this is an optimal life, but it's not. It's not an optimum life. Because this is all you know. You think that this is the best because you haven't experienced anything else. That's how life is. They trap you in these cages, in these boxes. And you think that this is the best. You're living your best life. But if this is the only life that you know, if you haven't traveled, if you haven't experienced other forms of existence, how do you know this is the best? How do you know this is the best way of living? If you never experienced no other form of life, no other way of existence, no other way of survival. The answer is you don't. And more than likely it's not. So guys, think of other ways to get out of these freaking toxic boxes called apartments and houses. Get out into the world. Live in the world. Reside in your home, sleep there, but get the hell out of there as soon as you get a chance. Don't be laying around watching that damn TV and that radiation is in your eyes all day. Yeah, radiation do come from televisions. Yes, it do. Microwaves, radiation, these blue lights from the computer screens, all this stuff is toxic. And then you're eating toxic, ultra processed food on top of that. Okay, guys, until next time, guys, I'm Countryman777, and I'm signing off. Peace.